Hello, I'm Samantha Russell, and today I'm going to give you an example of an IELTS speaking exam. Hello Maria, thank you for coming today. So we're going to do the IELTS exam and we're going to begin with part 1. So I'm going to ask you just a few questions, okay?
Okay.
First of all, have you ever been in really cold weather?
Yes, actually 3 years ago I got the chance to visit Canada, and it was the first time that I experienced the seasonal changes, and I really loved the winter because it was also the first time that I got to see for myself the snow, and it was my first time also ice skating.
Cool. So how often is the weather cold where you come from?
It's a funny question because I'm from Venezuela and I used to live in Maracaibo City, which is considered the hottest city in Venezuela. But some people said that it's the hottest but also the coldest one, which is weird. But it's because in all of the offices and stores, people tend to get the temperature of the air conditioner really high.
Okay. And are some parts of your country colder than others?
Yes, there are. As I told you before, I'm from Venezuela, which has a diversity of landscapes. You can find there really microclimate regions, like for example Merida, where the mountain range starts. It is one of the coldest regions there.
And would you prefer to live in a hot place or a cold place?
From my experience, I do prefer to live in a cold place. It's just that it's easiest because you just put layers of clothes and until you feel comfortable. But from my past experience in Venezuela, where I live in a really hot city, you wear just a t-shirt and you still feel hot.
Okay, fair enough. So we're going to go on to part 2 now, and for part 2 I'm going to give you a topic and you have 1 minute to prepare your presentation, and then you will speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, so 1 minute has passed and you may begin, Maria.
I'm going to talk about my favorite restaurant here in Panama. It's P.F. Chang. Even though it's a restaurant located in a mall, when you enter you don't feel like a mall environment. It's really cozy and it's really warm. It's a fantastic place with great food where you can have a really nice time with your family and friends. It's an Asian cuisine restaurant, but the service is really friendly and they are always happy to recommend things on the menu if you aren't familiar with Asian food. The main reason I love this restaurant is because they have like a kids area and it's like an extra for me because I'm a mom and I have 2 kids and I haven't been able to eat in peace since they were born, so it really adds a positive experience for me. I can eat without any interruption. And also they offer like the best main courses and starters. And I do believe the price is really reasonable for the service they offer.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So moving on to part 3, I'm going to ask you a few more questions. First, why do people go to restaurants when they want to celebrate something?
I do believe when you are in the mood to celebrate, you don't want to worry about what is going to happen next. And for me as a mom, when I celebrate in my house, I get really worried about the cleaning the next day. So it's convenient to change environment and also to relax in order to celebrate.
Okay, and in your opinion, which is more popular in your country, fast food or traditional restaurants?
Unfortunately, fast food. But I do believe it's because of all the marketing like fast food has. Traditional restaurants aren't that big in my country, also because they tend to be more expensive.
Do you think that expensive restaurants are better than cheap restaurants?
Not necessarily, but I partially agree. It's just that expensive restaurants tend to invest more in the quality of the products they are going to offer. But that doesn't mean the dish is going to taste better. Maybe a cheaper restaurant has a better recipe.
Okay, and changing the subject just a little, speaking more about food in general, do you think that in the future there will be a greater choice of food in supermarkets?
Absolutely, yeah, I do believe so. But that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a healthier option. It's just that I think that nowadays stores are offering more ready meals. So.
And what effects do you think has modern technology had on food production?
I think the biggest effect is the mass production, which is a positive thing because of the population growth.
Okay, and last question. How important is it for a country to grow the food it needs and therefore not import?
Economically, it's better for a country to be able to self-sustain, and also it gives the chance for locals to develop farming techniques.
Okay, thank you so much for coming today, Maria.
Thank you.